What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Everyday with Kay. This is the YouTube channel where I try to bring you the most honest and realistic side hustles that you can create mainly from the comfort of your home. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can create a storybook that you can sell on Amazon KDP or any other platform. And this video will only be featuring free ways in order for you to do this. So first, what we'll do is head on over to ChatGPT. For those of you who do not already know what ChatGPT is, this is an open AI tool that allows you to put in a prompt, ask it anything, and then it will give you information. And this is the tool that we'll be using to create our book from scratch. So what we'll do, we'll ask it for some ideas first. So first we'll say, give me some ideas for a storybook for children that helps with bullying. All right, so that's a pretty common issue. So let's see what it says. So now it's just generating the information for us that we asked for, and it's giving us examples of titles that we could use, which is amazing as well. You don't have to burst your brain to come up with a title for your book. All right, so it gave us 7 examples. The first one is the Kindness Club. Here it's telling us this story follows a group of diverse characters who form a club dedicated to spreading kindness in their school. So I don't necessarily want that one. What I want is a book that features one main character. So let's see, The Bully and the Bee. In the story, a bully named Barry learns valuable lessons about empathy and friendship when he encounters a bee who has been ostracized by the other insects. Through their unlikely friendship, Barry begins to understand the impact of his actions and works to make amends with those he has hurt. Actually, I'm kind of in love with this story already, so we'll ask it to elaborate on example number 2. So we'll ask it, please write the book for example number 2. Okay, so I forgot to tell it I don't want it to be too long because it's just a children's book, right? So, okay, it's almost done. So, well, it's done. So it's not too long, I would say. Okay, so it says The Bully and the Bee. Once upon a time, in a bustling garden filled with colorful flowers and buzzing insects, there lived a bully named Barry. Barry was a big beetle with a loud voice and a knack for picking up small creatures. Every day, Barry would swagger through the garden, teasing the ants, mocking the caterpillars, and causing trouble wherever he went. He thought it was fun to make others feel small, but deep down, he felt a twinge of guilt for his actions. So far, this is a pretty good story, I would say. Okay, so now we'll head over to Canva. This is the platform that we'll be using to create our book. So we'll go to canva.com. And we'll go to create a new design. So I already know what the dimension I need for the book that I'm going to create. And I'll do custom design. And it's going to be 17.25 by 11.25. What I'll start off is by creating a spread, which is creating 2 pages at once. This way it's easier to format the book and to get all the words and the images together on each individual page. So we'll just do the 2 pages at once. So once we have that, then what I'm going to do is put in my measurements for the page so that once I'm ready to add my images and my text, the measurement is already good to go, and I'll know where to fit the elements so that nothing is overflowing on the page when it's printed, when it's being printed. Okay, so if you're unaware of how I come up with the dimensions, You could go back to one of my previous videos. This information is in one of my previous videos that I've already created. So you could just take a look at that. I'll try to link the video in the description. Okay guys, and I've done this quite a few times, so this is why it seems a little easier for me. So I'll try to speed this up so you could see once the measurements are filled in. Okay guys, so there we have it. We have the dimensions filled in for our book. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to add a ownership page to this book. So we'll just add text, and it's on the first page. So we're just going to write. So it's once they open the book, right? You've seen an ownership page where it says basically this book belongs to, right? We'll make the words a bit smaller so that it actually fits on the page. Okay, and I think that works. All right, so then now we'll just add a line. So we'll go to elements, we'll go to line. Okay, so let's see this line. We'll try this one. And then we'll just try to flip it. So we'll flip it horizontally, or actually vertically. No, that doesn't work. So we'll use this one. It looks thin enough and something that we could use, and we'll just turn it. Right, we'll need it to be a 90-degree. Then we'll just put it there. Then we'll extend it. And then what we can, it looks a little off to me. How about that? That looks better, much better, I think. Anyways, so then we'll try to make the text bold, get a more bold font. So that's our first page, guys. Once they open the book, then the page on the left will be a part of the cover, so that's blank, and then the page on the right is the first page in our book. So next what we're going to do is duplicate this page. So you'll hit duplicate right here, and we'll remove the elements that we no longer need. So we'll highlight it and just do backspace. So now we already have our information from ChatGPT that we wanted to use to create the book. So now we need the artwork for the book. What we're going to do is head on over to a website called Tensor Art. And Tensor Art is amazing for creating free images, and the beauty about it is it's absolutely free, which is what we need. So we'll go to models, and once we're on models, we're going to click on 3D. Okay, so now what we want to do is scroll down to find something that looks like what you'd want to use. So for example, let's try out 3D Animation Visionary. That's my go-to. That's the one I like to use. And what you want to do, you want to just give Tensor Art a prompt for what you want it to create. So those are some images that I've created previously. So I'm just going to remove this prompt that's already in here. And our story was about a bully, which was a beetle. Barry is a beetle, but I don't want my bully to be a beetle. I'll say that my bully is a boy, right? So and he's in a school. Let's try that. So we'll give it a prompt: a young man, a young black boy with blue ripped jeans shorts. Short here, brown eyes, in a school by a locker. Okay, so let's try this, and we'll do 3d.animation.disney, and then we'll ask it for Pixar style. So now what you want to do is hit generate, and it's going to populate something close to what we've asked it for. So, okay, so they both are, I guess I should have said in a school hallway, because this one looks like a gym locker, if I'm not mistaken. It has some jersey. I don't know what kind of jerseys those are. But yeah, it's short hair, blue ripped jeans, and it's a young black boy, right? And it looks like a Disney Pixar style. So next we have this guy right here. Okay, and this one looks more like it. So this is something that I would download to use in my storybook, right? It looks crisp, clean. He's by some school lockers, and he's in shorts. Okay, so we'll click off that, and then if you want to download the image, if you have an image that you like that you want to download, you click download, and right here, and it will do that for you. If you weren't satisfied with the image, you could always hit generate again. Okay, so if you notice, it's kind of sticking to this boy's image, so it's looking pretty consistent, right? So he looks the same. He's I like this one better, actually. It looks brighter, right? So I'll download this one. I like this one. And let's see the other one. Looks pretty good as well, right? Okay guys, so after a bunch of attempts, we're able to find this one that would look like he's a bully. So he's looking upset, his fists are balled up. The young man behind him is looking a bit timid, and it's a crowded school. So we'll go ahead and we'll download this image. Once we've downloaded this image, we'll head on over to Canva, and then we'll go back to our design that we were creating, and we'll go to uploads. And then we'll upload the file that we just downloaded. Right, and what I also want to tell you guys that you can do, you could always go back to ChatGPT, since the idea for my story that I had, I kind of changed it. I didn't want the bully to be a B. I wanted it to be a boy instead. So what you can do, once you're back on ChatGPT, you see this little pencil right here. You could edit the prompt that you asked it for. And I will say, please write the book for example number 2, but make the characters children instead of bees and insects. Right, so you'll save and submit, and it will just rewrite it. So you see Benny and the Bully, a tale of friendship. Once upon a time, in a bustling town of Clovervale, there lived a young boy named Benny. Benny was known for his kind heart and gentle nature. He loved spending days exploring the fields and forests that surrounded his home. But there was trouble brewing in Cloverville. A bully named Bobby roamed the streets, causing mischief wherever he went. Bobby had a knack for picking on others, and no one seemed to be immune to his taunts and teasing. Right? So you could also, since we're making it about a bully in a school, let's do please rewrite the book for example number 2, but make the characters children instead of bees and insects, and in a school setting. And then you could just save and submit again. So basically, you just tweak it to get it to match the idea that you've formed in your head. So let's see. Barry and the Bee, A Tale of Friendship. Once upon a time, a bustling halls of honeycomb element in the bustling halls of Honeycomb Elementary School, there was a boy named Barry. Barry was big for his age, with a loud voice and a mischievous grin that sometimes got him into trouble. He was known as the class clown, but deep down, Barry was lonely. Right? So every day at recess. So let's do that. Let's get the image that we've downloaded. And we've put it into Canva. So once we're on Canva now, we're just going to fit the image on the page, right? So how I have it right now, I wouldn't recommend you to have it like this, because if you notice, he's in the center of the book, and once the book gets folded, then you won't be able to see him, and he's the main character, right? So okay, so you just try to fit it so that the main idea that you want to be to depict, like in the bully being angry, is showing on the page. So you could extend the edges, all right, and then you could have the other pupils on the other page. So now what we want to do, we want to add some text, right? So we'll go to text, and we'll go back to ChatGPT. And this is where we had our story. So we're going to start off with, once upon a time, in the bustling hallways of Honeycomb Elementary School, there was a boy named Barry. Barry was big for his age. So we'll probably just take out this part, because our character, we didn't ask it to be big. And we'll just say he was known as a class clown, but deep down he was lonely. So we'll just copy this part. We'll copy this part, and then we'll head back to Canva. Now, once we're on Canva, we want to add our text. So we'll go to add heading, and then we'll just paste the information that we just copied. This is too big, so we're going to make it smaller. And also, as you can see, the words aren't coming through based on the background being so busy and the text not matching with the background. So what you want to do, you want to go to Elements, and then you'll search for shadow, or you could also search for cloud. So something like this, you'd take and you'd put behind your, you'd put next to your words. It will automatically go behind it. And then you could remove the parts of the story that you don't want in your story. So, okay, so that's what we need, right? Once upon a time, in the bustling halls of Honeycomb Elementary School, there was a boy named Barry. He was known as the class clown, but deep down, Barry was lonely. Okay. And you could make the shadow less, a bit smaller. Right now it's too big. So you just go to the corner and you resize it, make it smaller. So let's put this on top, at the top, because we want the kids to show. So you just extend the cloud to make sure it's covering the words properly. See, and that looks pretty good to me. Again, make sure the words are fitting in the space that's not where the ruler, the lines are. So for example, this is not good. The O is coming over where the line is, so you'd want to fit it. So shift it over and then make it smaller, right? So that it could fit properly within the line, so nothing gets cut off when it goes to be printed. And I would say this book would be for kids like that are maybe like 10 to 12, not necessarily for small kids because the words are a bit smaller. And then what you could do now, you could add a page as well as you could duplicate it. But you could add a page because you're going to move on with new graphics and new text. So now you'll go back to ChatGPT, see where you are in the next part of your story. So it says, every day at recess, Barry would roam the playground. So right away, you'd see the main idea of the next part in your story, which is Barry on a playground. So then you'll go back to Tensor Art on a school playground. And then you'll hit, you'll also take out the looking upset and fist balled up. And then you'll do generate. So that's not the same boy, so we'll do generate again. All right, come my baby. Okay, so once it's generated the image we want of the guy on the playground, we could download it, and you could also tweak it if that's not what you wanted. So this looks close to the guy that we wanted, so we'll go ahead and download this one. However, I wanted other kids around. We'll say on a crowded school playground. Generate. Okay, and this one looks good. That looks more like a market or a neighborhood and not really a playground. That looks like a neighborhood as well. Okay, this one's not bad, so we'll go with this one. So we'll download this and we'll head back over to Canva. We'll upload it to our files. I believe it was this one. And then we'll add it to our story by just clicking on it. So something like this. And then you just do the same. What I would do, I would just copy this. And then I'll just paste it. And I'll just change the words. So something like this. You could also do a speech bubble. And flip this. Have this guy saying Barry the bully. So it kind of ties in with the story, as you guys can see. And he looks kind of sad. He has no one to play with, right? So there we have about 2 pages. I know these 2 characters, they don't match very well, but you just have to keep tweaking the image to... So I know these 2 characters specifically, they don't match very well. They could have matched closer, but you just have to keep tweaking the prompt to get characters that actually match, as well as what you can do is remix. And once you do remix, it will ask you for a prompt, and then you could put it in, and it will try to get you characters close to what you've just generated. So I hope that helps, guys. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know in the comments. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching Every Day with Kay. Bye.